of the series post deals with the total solution package for IELTS Cambridge 13 Reading Test 1. In this post, I've discussed all the answers and solutions for reading passage 3 entitled Artificial Artists. This is a targeted post for candidates who have major difficulties in finding and understanding reading answers. This post can direct you the best to comprehend every reading answer with no trouble and without much trouble. Finding IELTS reading answers is a step-by-step process, and I hope this post can help you in this case. Reading Passage 3. The headline of the passage: Artificial Artists. Questions 27 to 31. Multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions is a common type of question set in the IELTS reading test. It is also found in the listening test most of the time. They come with 4 options, but sometimes there are 3 options. Candidates need to work hard for this type of questions because this may confuse them easily in Passage 2 or Passage 3. There will be long answers for each question, so they may kill valuable time. So, quick reading or skimming technique might come handy here. Remember that answers in 3 options out of 4 will be very close. So, vocabulary power will help a lot to choose the best answer. Tip: skimming is the best reading technique. You need not understand every word here. Just try to gather the gist of the sentences. That's all. Read quickly and don't stop until you finish each sentence. Question 27. What is the writer suggesting about computer-produced works in the first paragraph? Keywords for this answer: computer-produced works. First paragraph. In the first paragraph, the answer to this question can be guessed from line 1. In line 1, the writer of the passage says, "The painting tool is one of a growing number of computer programs which, so their makers claim, possess creative talents." Here, the phrase "one of a growing number" is a clear indication that the number of computer programs is on the rise. So, great progress has been made here. So, the answer is B. A great deal of progress has already been attained in this field. Question 28. According to Geraint Wiggins, why are many people worried by computer art? Keywords for this answer: Geraint Wiggins, worried by computer art. The answer to this question can be found in line 5 of paragraph 2. Here the writer says, "It scares a lot of people. They are worried that it is taking something special away from what it means to be human." Many of you IELTS candidates may think that the answer would be D. It will lead to a deterioration in human ability. But the answer cannot be it because the answer is in future form, will lead, while the lines in the text are in present form. Answer A and B are ruled out because there is no comparison on any aesthetic power between computer or human art, and the line does not say anywhere that computer art may overtake or supersede human art. But answer C, it undermines a fundamental human ability, has a close relationship with the line. The line indicates to the fact that people are worried that machines like computer may have the powers which are found generally in humans. Thus, computer art can undermine or make human quality weaker. So, the answer is C, it undermines a fundamental human ability. Question 29. What is the key difference between Aaron and the painting fool? Keywords for this answer: key difference, Aaron, painting fool. The answer is in lines 2 to 5 of paragraph 4. Here, the author mentions some amazing and interesting features of the computer program named the painting tool, such as only need minimal direction, can come up with its own concepts, runs its own web searches, trolls through social media sites, beginning to display a kind of imagination, creating pictures from scratch. All these features or characteristics indicate that the painting tool is different from Aaron in its source of subject for painting. So, the answer is C, the source of its subject matter. Question 30. What point does Simon Colton make in the fourth paragraph? Keywords for this answer: Fourth paragraph. Simon Colton. For this question, answer A is ruled out because there is no reference to anything childish and simplistic. There are also no points on whether people should apply the same concepts of creativity to all forms of art. So, answer B is also wrong. Take a close look at lines 7 to 8, where the author says, Colton agrees that such reactions arise from people's double standards toward software-produced and human-produced art. Here, the phrase double standard matches with the phrase in answer D, different criteria. So, the answer is D. People tend to judge computer art and human art according to different criteria. Question 31. The writer refers to the paintings of a chair as an example of computer art. Which keywords for this answer? Paintings of a chair. In lines 12 to 14 of paragraph No. 4, we find the reference of the painting of a chair. Some of the painting Fool's paintings of a chair came out in black and white, thanks to a technical glitch. This gives the work an eerie, ghost-like quality. It means that though there was a glitch or a problem in the program, it created an excellent black and white feature in the painting which was very attractive, striking, spooky, eerie, ghost-like quality. So, the answer is A. Achieves a particularly striking effect. Questions 32 to 37. Completing sentence with given list of ideas. Here, candidates have to complete sentences with the list of ideas. It is just like completing sentences. Candidates need to check the keywords from the question parts and try to match those keywords with the information given in the passage. Question 32. Simon Colton says it is important to consider long-term view when keywords for this answer. Simon Colton. Important, long-term view. The answer is in the first two lines of paragraph 5. Here, the writer says, researchers like Colton don't believe it is right to measure machine creativity directly to that of humans who have had millennia to develop our skills. These lines clearly indicate that we should not be so direct or so quick to compare machine creativity with human creativity because humans have had developed their skills in several millennia, thousand years, to become as creative as they are now. But machines have evolved only recently and more time is necessary to understand what machines can create. So, the answer is D. Comparing the artistic achievements of humans and computers. Question 33. David Cope's Emmy software surprised people by keywords for this answer. David Cope's Emmy surprised people. We find the mention of David Cope's Emmy software in lines 4 to 5 of paragraph 5. Then, in lines 7 to 8, we can find the answer. Here, the writer states, audiences were moved to experts into thinking they were hearing genuine bark. It means the audience was so moved by their experience of listening to machine-created music that they failed to distinguish. To find the difference between machine-created music and human-created music. So, the answer is A. Generating work that was virtually indistinguishable from that of humans. Question 34. Geraint Wiggins criticized Cope for not. Keywords for this answer. Geraint Wiggins criticized Cope. We can see a criticism made by Geraint Wiggins about Cope's Emmy software in paragraph 5, lines 9 to 11. The author states, some, such as Wiggins, have blasted Cope's work as pseudoscience, and condemned him for his deliberately vague explanation of how the software worked. It means Wiggins does not like Cope's work because it is pseudoscience, a kind of scientific work which is not what it claims to be, and Cope's explanations about the work are vague, unclear, elusive. So, the answer is E. Revealing the technical details of his program. Question 35. Douglas Hofstadter claimed that Emmy was keywords for this answer. Douglas Hofstadter claimed Emmy. The answer is found in lines 11 to 12 of paragraph 5. The lines say, meanwhile, Douglas Hofstadter of Indiana University said Emmy created replicas. which still rely completely on the original artist's creative impulses. So, the answer is C. Producing work entirely dependent on the imagination of its creator. Question 36. Audiences who had listened to Emmy's music became angry after keywords for this answer. Audiences listened. Emmy's music. Angry. The answer lies in lines 13 to 14 of paragraph 5. Here, the author states, when audiences found out the truth, they were often outraged with Coe, and one music lover even tried to punch him. This means when audiences found out that they actually listened to music created by a machine, they were outraged or became angry at the creator of the program. So, the answer is G. Discovering that it was the product of a computer program. Question 37. The participants in David Moffat's study had to assess music without keywords for this answer. Participants, David Moffat study. Assess music without. To find the answer to this question, we must find David Moffat first. In paragraph no 6, we find the name in line no 2. The next lines give us clues to the answer. Here, in lines 3 to 4, the writer says, he asked both expert musicians and non-experts to assess 6 compositions. The participants weren't told beforehand whether the tunes were composed by humans or computers. This means the listeners were not given information about the original composer until they listened to the music. So, the answer is B. Knowing whether it was the work of humans or a software. Questions 38 to 40. Yes, no, not given. In this type of question, candidates are asked to find out whether the statement in the question matches with the account in the text. Yes. The statement in the question contradicts the account in the text. No. The statement in the question has no clear connection with the account in the text. Not given. For this type of question, you can divide each statement into 3 independent pieces and make your way through with the answer. Question 38. Moffat's research may help explain people's reactions to Emmy. Keywords for this answer. Moffat's research. Help. Explain. Reactions. Emmy. We had to read the first half of paragraph 6 for question no 37 before. Here, we learned that Moffat's study was giving listeners 6 music compositions without telling them who the composers were. Now, the last half of the paragraph tells us how people might react to this. People who thought the composer was a computer tended to dislike the piece more than those who believed it was human. This was true even among the experts. So, the result of the experiment helps to understand people's reactions. So, the answer is yes. Question 39. The non-experts in Moffat's study all responded in a predictable way. Keywords for this answer. Non-experts. Moffat's study. All responded. Predictable way. There is no reference as to whether there was any predictable way to respond by non-experts in Moffat's study. So, the answer is not given. Question 40. Justin Kruger's findings cast doubt on Paul Bloom's theory about people's prejudice towards computer art. Keywords for this answer. Justin Kruger's findings cast doubt. Paul Bloom's theory. The last paragraph's lines 1 to 5 give us the answer. Though we find here 2 views of Justin Kruger and Paul Bloom, these 2 views actually approve or support each other. Paul Bloom's theory says, part of the pleasure we get from art stems. This matches with Justin Kruger's experiments have shown that people's enjoyment of an artwork increases. There is another clue in Paul Bloom's suggestion. There is a mention of the creative process. This also matches with Justin Kruger's findings where we can see the mention of more time and effort was needed to create it. Thus, the 2 findings do not cast any doubt. Rather, one supports the other. So, the answer is no.